Alrighty, Gemini. So two things seem to be standing out here quite obviously. There's money on your mind and the love life is on your mind, because we have three mentions of the angel of love, the heart up here, Archangel Michael with the base chakra, and the love down here as well. So we work down through the columns, and we start with this one over here on the left-hand side. We start with the Four of Coins. It's an interesting card, this one. It is often denoted as a person who feels anxious about their money, as if there's not enough of it, or they're worried, or they're wondering where to invest it. If you have got a lot and you're thinking, oh, blimey, have I put my money in the right places? Some of you might have invested your money in some of the cryptocurrencies back in late last year or whatever, and have found that you've lost some money maybe over that fall period in the last 2 weeks, where billions of dollars was wiped off it. That's the type of energy the card can give off. But overall, it says your finances aren't as bad as you think, and sometimes this card can also resemble money coming into you one way or another. Now, interestingly, it can be through the way of an inheritance, or a gift of some sort, or a loan of some sort. It can also indicate possibly a new job coming, or a pay rise. So there's a lot of different interpretations of the card, but it usually does bode around money and your feelings about it at the time. Now we see underneath the Goddess of the Moon card, and I had just given the introduction about the moon and how significant it had been in January, and how the moon seemed to be playing a big role in the formation of our year for most of us as we go forward. So somehow for some of you Geminis, the moon could have had a very important turning point, or a powerful energy that is attached to your financial sector. So some of you may have noted around about the times that I mentioned about the moons that something happened. Either an increase came, an influx came, or some went, or you were bequeathed some money, or you've applied for job interviews, or you've been offered a job. It could be something along those lines. Now we're also seeing the card down here, Autumn, as a timing point, and it says in the fall season everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. So the whole column is still continuing to talk to you about money. So maybe it is that you make a decision to invest in a certain thing around about now, or in thinking of it in January, and you will reap the rewards in autumn. Autumn for us here in the Southern Hemisphere will start in March, and for you guys, I guess it's when our spring starts, sort of in September. For the people in the Northern Hemisphere, it will be when spring starts in September type timing. So it's quite a succinct message. I think each of you independently have to sit down and focus on what the personal interpretation of the card could mean, or the cards rather, could mean for your significance around finances or job or career or investments. But it seems quite poignant. It seems as if they're telling someone something quite special. We come to the next line and we see the Seven of Wands, and then we see the Angel of Love, and then a birthday. The Seven of Wands is often known as feeling as if there's, people around you with determination and sort of fighting you a little bit, as if you feel as though you're being inundated with other people creating tensions, or if there's arguments around, or other people saying that your ideas aren't right, or, blah, blah, blah. It's like voices and chit-chat and noise in the background. Now, this card can sometimes pertain to work or career, because the wands are about creativity. But if it's not that, it may be about the relationships in your life, because underneath we've got the Angel of Love. So if it's something to do with your creative ideas or your energy or something, it feels as though they're saying apply some love to it. Instead of feeling all these harsh tensions and people maybe creating animosity around you, or agitation, or discombobulation of things, they're saying just calm it down and bring in the gentle, warm, soothing, nurturing energies of love. I think if we apply love to most things in our life, and especially any things that are agitated or irritated, we do calm them down and we are able to smooth the waters a little bit more. And when waters are smooth, we can see through them with more clarity. Because when the waters are rippled, it's very difficult to see through them and what's underneath. So it seems to me it's about smoothing things down and calming them so that you can see through them a little bit more. And then we get the message at the bottom about birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So whether this is referring to your birthday coming up, Geminis, which is not that far away in real terms, or whether it's someone's birthday around you, or whether some of you are hitting a decade birthday, and this will enable you to understand the connection of love a little bit more, or whether love is coming in around this birthday time and the tensions are dropping off. Those are all possibilities to think of. So again, I think it requires a degree of meditation to see which way the messages are being sent directly to you. They seem quite open. There seems to be a degree of many choices with each line that we're working through. It's not clearly just stating one issue. It seems very open, as if we could be going down many different sectors, which tells me they're talking to a mass group of you, and the messages are for the mass group, but somehow you have to filter in which one is most complicitly for you. So we'll move on to the third line, and we see here the Three of Swords, Archangel Michael, and emotional healing. This line does bring in this feeling of emotions and relationships. And the Three of Swords quite often refers to discontent or disharmony within a relationship. Now, it can actually be healed through communication, because of course the swords are all about communication. Whether this is written communication or verbal, it will just pay to be very cautious about how the communication is put forward. It needs to be more in the form of mediation and conciliatory talks if you are trying to keep a relationship going together. This could be a work relationship, a business partnership, or a romantic or family issue. And I quite often like to put a heart on that because it gives such soothing, healing energies. The other things this card can indicate are the possibilities of an affair within a very close, intimate relationship. So sometimes three people can be involved, and that could require, again, conciliatory talks or mediation if the relationship is to be healed and carried on. Sometimes it does indicate the passing away of something like a business partnership or a marriage and things like that. So coming down further, which they have sort of extended it, they're asking very much that you connect with your angelic helpers or celestial helpers as well. Archangel Michael is a very protective helper. He's very strong. He protects families and binds them together. He stops physical harm from coming to people. So he's the archangel of the police and security and things like that. If any of you are feeling threatened due to perhaps a relationship going sour, you can call upon Michael, and particularly Archangel Metatron as well, to offer protection over your home and your family and loved ones. And you call on him every day and ask him to please protect everyone in your family and your house. And you also offer gratitude and thanks for him doing this. So the other thing about this is the base chakra, and this is our area that is centered on relationships and the broader relationships too, such as our family tribes and extending out to our communities. It's also our security, how secure we feel in life. So it's things like our house, our physical manifestation, and our ability to earn money. So some of you may need this chakra zone, which is the red colour. You may need it amplified, you may need it increased, recirculated, you may need it empowered, brought back into action, or rebalanced one way or another. So that base chakra is often associated with relationships because of its connection to all the things that relationships are often connected to in the physical plane. And then just to tie it all off, the emotional healing card came in down here. And it says, as your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. So whatever it is that you are going through, this feeling of pain or grief or loss with something or someone around you, know that it is so full of love surrounding you, either side of this. Like, this is beautiful emotional love and support and healing. So is this, so is this, so is this. So you have wonderful support coming in. So yeah, for any of you who have been in a situation of abuse, or someone you know is being abused or hurt or pained or feeling pressured, please ask for assistance and help, either from other people who might be able to help, such as counsellors or mediators, or go to someone who can offer immediate support, another family member or friend. But don't forget your celestial helpers as well. There is a lot of love in the reading. So this is a temporary thing, but it obviously is there for some of you indeed. And if it's not you in particular, it might be someone in your family. It might be a sibling, or it might be a child, or even a parent that's going through something like this, or a good friend. We come to the last line here and we see the Two of Pentacles, and then more pentacles over here, a woman holding a coin, and love life. This whole thing here, again, we're talking a little bit about money in these top two, and money again seems to be coming and going a little bit in this month. So sometimes this means you get a surge of money coming in, and then it's either spent by choice on pleasure things, or a bill turns up and you go, damn it, just when I thought I could buy something nice, a bill turns up. So it's about balance, always balancing your money and balancing your income and your investments. So I tend to think with a balanced perspective that this card bodes well when we listen to the background meanings and messages of it. This one here, the woman holding the coin, it can be an indication of this woman coming into your life and being able to offer you advice or money itself, or how to deal with it, or she may even loan it. There's a whole bunch of different meanings around her. She could even be yourself dealing with the money in a successful and prudent way. And we've talked about that a bit in this reading, especially in that first column. The other perspective that she can offer is that she is a woman coming into your life who turns out to be someone who is very enamored with you and interested in a relationship one way or another. She could be a friend, but it could become a very close, special friend that turns into like a love friendship, or she is possibly a new romantic partner for some of you as well. The Love Life card says the basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. So I mentioned that over here, that you were full of this emotional healing and that your love life is on the move anyhow. So it seems as though some of you have got other potential love relationships either waiting in the wings or coming very, very soon, or you've been pondering about them, and maybe this is why you are here with this, because maybe there was someone else that you were interested in as well. So all of the emotional healing has been stemmed, or the emotional events that are occurring has been stemmed from your own end. That's also a possibility. But this is a nice way to finish your reading with so much love, so much positivity, so much seeming financial abundance and support, and again, knowledge coming in to either teach you or help you or provide for you. So definitely, Geminis, it's a reading of immense knowledge hidden in the cards for you about so many different areas of your life. A lot of them seem tied up. We've seen the columns interact here, in these ones in particular, and the first and the last one as well. So an interesting month ahead, as I said February would be.